All right, so let's talk a little bit how we're going to track our progress. So what you'll have every day will be I'll put this up on Google Classroom so everybody can see where everybody's at. And it's going to be color coded. So if we take a look here, up across the top will be whatever our assignments are. And they will be listed as if they were a must master, meaning, everybody's really got to do them, right? Or a should master, like, hopefully you should get there, or you should be, or aspiring, meaning you're really taking off. And so every day we should be at a certain point in the unit. If you are right where you're supposed to be, your name will be highlighted in yellow. So in this example, the student who happens to have the same name as me is right on track. All right, I've mastered assignment 1, mastered assignment 2, and I tried assignment 3, but I have not gotten it really there yet. And so I see that it is a revise, and it's color coded here. So I can look real quick and say, oh, I've got to take another look at assignment 3. I got to try that again. Joe Jones over here, Joe Jones is ahead of schedule, and so he is color coded in this green looking color, and you can see if what we should be at this point is on assignment 3, you can see he's working on assignment 5. And notice this is an aspire to master. It doesn't matter what level you're at, you can still have a revise. So this means that Joe got to the assignment 5 and hasn't quite mastered it yet, and so he's can look and say, oh, I'm going to need to revise that assignment, try again. And then we got Susie taking time, and she's highlighted in red, really rose, and that just means you're a little bit behind where you're supposed to be. So we should be, in this example, everybody should be at assignment 3, and Susie, she's taking a little bit more time. She still has to master assignment 2. That doesn't mean that Susie is failing. That just means that she might need to reach out for some help. Now, a couple things that this does for us. So for me, I'm right here. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm supposed to revise assignment 3, but I can look really quickly and see that Joe has mastered this assignment already. So I can reach out to Joe and shoot him an email or talk to him during office hours when we're both on, or do a Google Hangout or something, and just say, Joe, I am really having a problem with this assignment 3, and what am I missing? Help me out. Okay. Same thing with Susie. Susie can see, hey, I'm having a hard time on this assignment too, but look, Krista and Joe, they both have mastered this, so now Susie's got 2 people she can go to. The other thing that goes on is, yes, Joe should be looking at revising that assignment 5, but he can also look and say, wow, okay, so Krista and Susie are both having trouble in assignments that I've mastered, and Joe can reach out and say, hey, Krista, would you like some help? Or, hey, Susie, I had trouble with assignment 2 at first as well, so do you need any help? I can help you out. All of these assignments right here, all the must, the should, and the aspire, you're just going to see if you've mastered it or if you need to revise it. Okay, those are our grades, if you will, there. The only time that we would see an actual grade is when we get to the assessment. So let's say that these assignments here we're building to a criteria B assessment. So maybe you had to write, maybe we have to write a procedure or something, okay? And this is where we would see numbers. So, let's say that, it's the end of this unit and Susie's going to need a little bit of help, okay? But, and I would need a little bit of help because I'm still revising here. And then what you'll see over here in this column, that's where eventually you'll actually have grades. So if it was like a test or a procedure or something, that's where our numbers that we're used to seeing are 0 through 8. That's where those guys will come in. I will not be posting your numbers so that everybody can see, okay? So this column here will never be posted and shared with the whole class. This all of these, whether you've mastered it or are trying to revise, whether you're right on track, moving ahead, a little bit behind, this is what everybody will see. So that's going to do a couple of things for us. That makes it easy for us to collaborate with each other. So you can find people to help you, and it doesn't always have to be waiting for Mrs. Graham to be able to respond to an email. It also is going to help hold us accountable. And on top of being accountable, it just also helps us support our classmates and our friends. Since we can't be there face to face, having the system here, we're going to be able to know when our friends need some help, and we can step in and we can help them just like you do when we're in the classroom.